I'm Jerry Purvis for Star Herald. Welcome to another edition of Table Talk. Our guest today is Dave Wolf, the new Executive Director of Legacy of the Plains Museum. Thanks for joining us this morning, Dave.
Thanks for having me, Jerry.
Okay. Coming up is your 23rd Annual Harvest Festival. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so not a lot of people know, but we are an education demonstration farm. So this started with the Farm and Ranch Museum before our merger, and like I said, we've been doing this for 23 years now. So we have one featured crop every year, and this year we're featuring sugar beets. So we also have corn and potatoes and wheat and alfalfa out there. So it's a really good chance for people to come in and see how harvesting was done throughout the various stages of our equipment's evolution, all the way from horse and hand up until about the mid 40s, 50s with our John Deere's and International tractors.
So history, you'll have some of the historical aspects of the sugar beet industry and potatoes and how they evolved in the valley as a crop.
Yeah, absolutely. We really kind of focus on the equipment with this, but there's so much innovation that happened right here in the valley that whether it was the different type of pullers for the sugar beets, the toppers, and harvesting practices with Lockwoods and so many other people. So it's really important, I think, to showcase that our valley did have such a instrumental effect on harvesting sugar beets.
So in addition to your demonstrations with the equipment, what else do you have going on for those days?
And I better let me go right back, but we're going to be featuring a 1944 International M, which will be pulling a 1948 HM1 beet puller, and our farm guys have been working really hard on getting those ready for us. So if I didn't mention that, they'd be upset with me, but we showcased that in the Oregon Trail Day Parade. But we got lots of other things going on. We've got free wagon rides for people to come in. We've got pedal cars. We've got a barrel train for the kids to come in and have fun with. We're hoping to get some goats. We'll have some live music. And we have our longhorns out there, which are probably one of the most photographed things on our campus that people can come out and take a look at and ask questions if they have it.
And this is coming up when?
So it'll be 2 weekends from today. It'll be September 21st and 22nd, from 9 o'clock to 5 on Saturday, and then from 9 o'clock to 4 on Sunday.
And is there a cost for parking or for going through the museum gallery or what?
It is $5 per person to enter the event. We actually got some sponsors like we did last year, so the gallery will be free, and our sponsors are Inland Truck Parts, Horizon West Incorporated, WNCC, BNC Steel, Frank Implement Company, and Frank Parts Company. So we've got a lot of cool things going on inside too. We're going to have a huge barn sale for some of our stuff in our gift shop. We're selling our Heritage Through Food cookbook, which have gathered recipes from around the area. So that's really good. And the good thing is that the Wiedemann family donated the cost for that, so it's all 100% profit for the museum. So we'd really like to thank them. And we'll have food, and we'll actually have some of the desserts to be able to test or to try as we for the cookbook. So we got lots of cool things going on.
Another one that people keep talking about is your parade of tractors going on.
Absolutely. We've got both horse-pulled and then mechanized tractors that we'll have. So that'll be at 1 o'clock each day, both days. So yeah, be able to get the horses out there and see how they were roped together and how they pulled it. And then we went away from horse-pulled into the mechanized, and just seeing all the different kinds of tractors that we have out there. And we're truly blessed to have the donations of the tractors throughout the years, but also the guys that work really hard to get them up and running. So, it's really cool spectacle. We'll have some stands out there for people to sit in, but if you want to bring a chair, you can always, bring a camping chair and find a place to sit and watch that. So, really, really cool.
Okay, anything new happening this year at the Harvest Festival?
No, we were really not necessarily anything new, because just so new to museum. But just kind of the old standbys. We're going to have the potato patch out there again, which everybody really likes. So you can come out and dig potatoes, and it's $3 a bag and $5 for a bucket. We're going to have, like I said, the wagon rides again. But the new thing will be the barn sale that we're going to have inside, and then the cookbook.
Right. So how does the museum's mission fit in with the importance of our ag history in the area?
Like I tell so many people that I've talked to over the past couple months, you can't tell this story of the people that stayed here, and that's what we do, without talking about the ag history, the cultural and the ag. They're just so intertwined. So it really goes on with the mission of being able to preserve the legacy of what our forefathers and foremothers were with our agriculture, and for people to get out and see, like the International M that's going to be out there, and see the 1-row beet puller and then a 3-row beet puller, compared to what they see out in the fields now with a 25 or 24-row harvester or planter. It's really good to see kind of where we've come from and where we go. Plus, you get to jump up on a tractor and take a picture too, in some cases. So, I mean, it's great family fun for everybody, but it really showcases where we came from as an agricultural community, and where we are today. So,
and of course, the entire operation, you rely heavily on volunteers. How do they help you out in your operation?
We are literally a staff of 2. And for an organization as big as we are, we should probably have 10. But our volunteers are amazing, both our board and just the people that come out and help. We would not be where we're at all without our volunteers. And we are not government funded. We rely solely upon donations and memberships and memorials, and then our volunteers to come out. I can't say enough. Jerry, we could sit here talk for a whole day about how great our volunteers are at. But we're always looking for more people to come in and help. So if you're interested, you need want something to do on a Saturday, you just give us a call at the museum, and we can get you hooked up. But our volunteers are absolutely amazing.
And are there any new farm items coming up to the museum?
Just that, kind of the pieces that we're highlighting. We've got some of the pieces that were developed by the Lockwood Company right here. So those will be on display and utilized. But we're really kind of just in the process of getting stuff kind of fixed up and going. And once next year, when we figure out which crop will be, we'll highlight that. Then we'll work on getting some of those. Pieces that are the implements that are specifically designed for that crop. But I'm really excited about that M. Our guys really are, and we've got some other pieces of John Deere we're working on and trying to get that fixed up. So, just have people come out and see us. And like I said, the gallery's going to be open, so we've got some great pieces in there too, and that will be included in your $5. So it's really a bargain when you think about how much it cost to get into the museum originally.
Right, and it hasn't been that long that you were named the new executive director. Tell us about your time on the job since you've been there, and some of the things you're learning and what you have planned for future.
So I would not recommend getting a tourism job in the middle of tourism season when your 2 of your 3 or 4 biggest events are coming up. But again, our volunteers have been amazing helping me. Our board has been absolutely tremendous on helping me get in. And I'm a history guy, so every time I go back into that museum, I stop and read something. And we constantly get that we're the best museum in the area, best museum in Nebraska. And I truly believe that. So I'm blessed to have there. Plus my kids love it. They love going to the museum. So, but some of the things we have coming up, working on some internship opportunities, more educational stuff. I want families to realize this is a place they can come every month and have a different activity for the kids to not only learn about history, but also learn about agriculture, or learn about pollinators, or learn about the trappers that came through this area, or industry, all different kinds of things. So we really want to make this museum a place you go 4 or 5 times a year, not once every 4 or 5 years. So we're really going to start focusing on that, and then just getting some more grants written so that we can get some more exhibits in our archives. to a place where people will be able to utilize them and they're not just stored on a server. So we've got lots of lines in the lake there fishing, but I just got to make sure we do it right and not just hurry things out there, because I want these to be good experiences.
So for people to contact you, or if they want to stop out and take a look, how do they get a hold of you?
So they go to our website. It's legacyoftheplains.org, all one word, or they can give us a call. It's 436-1989. And our schedule will be up on the website today. We almost got it finalized, so waiting for a couple more things, but that should be on there. And we're, of course, on social media, on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and that will be posted today as well.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
I'm Jerry Purvis for Star Herald, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Table Talk.